All right, we have to find the derivative of the product of these two functions here. So the first function, which is 8x squared plus 3, and the second function, which is 2x to the fourth power plus 3x to the third power plus 2. All right, so let's go for it. So for the formula, we have to find the derivative of this one here times this original function, second original function, plus, then we're going to have to find the derivative of this one, then times it by that. Okay, so let's go for it. All right, so this one will give us, so what's the derivative of 8x to the second power? That will give us what? 2 then times, so we have 8x, okay, then that will be 2 minus 1. Okay, plus, what's the derivative of 3? That's 0. Okay, then we multiply this by the original second function, which is then 2x to the fourth power plus 3x to the third power plus 2. Okay, so this one does not change. Plus then, now the derivative of this one, the second function, and then multiply by the original of the first function. So that's how it works. So what's the derivative of this one here? So that will give us what? That will give us then 4 times 2x power what? It's going to be 4 minus 1. Okay. Then plus 3. Okay, so that'll be 3 times 3x, 3 minus 1. Okay, plus 0 also. And then we multiply whatever the answer from here, multiplying it by 8x to the second power plus 3. Okay, so we good? All right, so let's go for it. Then this one is equal to, then let's, clean this up. So it's going to give us 2 times 8, which is what? 16x, because 2 minus 1 is 1. And then plus 0, 0. So we have 16x that we have to multiply by 2x to the fourth power plus 3x power 3 plus 2. All right? Then that'll be plus, so what's happening here? 4 times 2 is going to give us what? 8. So we end up with 8x what? Power 3, because it's 4 minus 1, which is 3. And then plus 3 by 3, which is 9. So it's just 9x to the power second, because 3 minus 1. And plus 0, we don't need that. So we multiply this then by 8x to the second power plus 3. We good so far? Then we have to proceed by multiplying. So we have to use the distributive principle. So distributive principle says take 16x times 2x to the fourth power. So 16 times 2 is going to give us what? 32. Then we have x power 1 plus 4, because when you multiply the same variables, what you do to powers, you add the powers up. So that will give us 1 plus 4, which is 5. Then plus 16 times 3, which is 48. It's going to give us 48. Then x, 1 plus 3, which is going to give us 4. And then 16x times 2, that will give us what? 32x. Okay, then we have to add that to the answers that we're going to get from here. So for this one here, 2 binomials, so we have 8x to the third power times 8x to the second power. 8 by 8 is 64. And then 64x what? You add the powers, 3 plus 2, which is 5. And then the same multiply by 3. So 8 by 3, 24. So plus 24. X then what? 3 x power 3. Okay? Then plus, what's happening here? 9 times 8, 72. So plus 72, x to the fourth power. Okay? So then 9x to the second power times 3 is 27 x to the second power. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to combine like terms. That means 32x to the fifth power has to combine with 64x to the fifth power, right? Because they are like terms. So 32 plus 64 is going to give us what? So it's going to give us 96 x to the fifth power. Okay? And then what else can we combine together? 48x to the fourth power and 72x to the fourth power. What would that give us? Then that is 120 x to the fourth power. All right? So these two. This is a 4. All right? And then, so power 3, we only have this one. So plus 24x to the third power. Okay? And then plus 27x to the second power by itself. And then plus 32x, which also is by itself. All right? And then, ladies and gentlemen, there's no more adding or subtracting variables here. So this is going to be our final answer. We are done. Thank you.